Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. The Journey of the Katana Hero by TheTrinity9 Chapter 1. Summoned on this peaceful afternoon, a beautiful 17-year-old girl with blue silver hair and golden eyes was currently walking on the street with a tired expression on her face. And that person is me. My name is Rimuru Arashi and I'm a 17-year-old high school student and anime fans and gamer. I enjoy watching anime or playing game if I have some free time, but now I rarely doing it because of my activities. I live in small apartment with one bedroom, kitchen, dining room and restroom. You may wonder, why a 17-year-old girl lived in apartment alone? Well, it was my parents' idea. My father is a famous professional chef, work at 5-star hotel at Tokyo as a head chef. My mother is a model and singer, quite famous too. Because of that, they always get followed by journalists. That's why they bought me an apartment and told me to live separately from them so I can focus on my study. Am I hate them because this? The answer is no. I understand very well their reason and I can say that I'm proud to be their daughter. But living alone is quite lonely and boring, so I spent my time by watching anime and manga, playing online games with my friends, work at local restaurants since I inherited my father's talent at cooking and I need extra money, join samurai dojo and mixed martial arts club at school. I can say that I'm quite famous at school. Inherited cooking, math, singing and piano from both of my parents. People tend to call me a prodigy. Also, my classmates often call me a goddess because my beauty appearance. Even though, some people was also jealous at me and tried to bully me. That's why I joined Samurai Dojo and Mixed Martial Arts Club to defend myself against the bullies. Now I'm on my way to local restaurant to do my daily work with my backpack in hand until someone who looked like homeless man ran up to me and tried to steal my backpack. But fortunately for me, my grip is strong enough to keep my backpack safe. People on the street looking at us, but no one seemed to have any intention to helping me. Let it go, the man yelled. No way, it's mine, I yelled back. I didn't realize that his other hand holding a big kitchen knife as he stabbed me in the chest with it. I yelled in pain as the man ripping the knife from my chest and running away with my backpack. The people now screaming in terror while 1 and 2 people chasing the culprit. My feet could no longer support me as I fell to the ground, while the crowds ran to help me. Some of the crowds called the ambulance. Ah! It hurt. I whispered in agony as I slowly losing my consciousness. Mom. Dad. Thank you. For loving me. I love you. That's the last thing I can say before I losing my consciousness. Melromark Kingdom. The first thing I can feel is a cold stone floor. I opened my eyes and blinking to clear my vision. I noticed multiple robes standing over me. We did it. Fantastic. The summoning was success. What the heck? I thought in disbelief. I was stabbed to death and now I am sent to another world. Like isekai anime I watched back home? I also realized that 4 other people was with me. One looked like young blonde-haired boy, another one looked like just as young, except with black hair, another one is older than the 2 with black hair, and the last one is the oldest with blonde hair. Oh great heroes, please save our worlds. What? I asked aloud, turning back to the other 4 who also have the same question. This time, the tall blonde one had a spear, the second oldest had a shield, the young blonde had a bow and the last one had a sword. However, I noticed that I also have a weapon, a katana with blue-silver gem on its hilts. What the? Katana? I don't remember carrying katana when I stabbed to death, I thought in shock. The bow-wielding blonde-haired boy was the first to speak up. What do you mean? Where are we anyway? The man with his hood down responded, there are many things that will take some time to explain. To quickly put into perspective, you are the 4 cardinal heroes, summoned by an ancient ritual due to our world being on the brink of destruction. A moment passed before someone said anything. No, out of the 5 of us, the boy with the sword spoke up. You brought us here without our consent. If you send us home, then we can talk about your situation. The blonde bow wielder soon followed. I agree. Besides, if you guys send us back home after peace has been restored, then we would have done all that work for nothing. Seriously? You are sent to literally a new whole world and the first thing you do is act hostile? I thought in disbelief. Before we could go on, the man without a hood finally spoke again. Heroes, Perhaps an audience with the king of Melromark will help? You can take your demands straight to him alongside any additional information. Before any of the others could give their minds, I spoke up, making my presence known. I believe we should consider their offer. Who knows, there could be more that we do not know. I second that. At least we must heard their offer, the black-haired man with shield added. We began following the robed men, but I stopped a bit and taking a moment to look out the window of the spiral staircase. This place feels like a standard Mediterranean environment, similar to Italy or Spain. Even the air is cleaner. As I looked back towards the group, I couldn't help but notice their stares at my appearance with odd expression, especially the spear guy. "Hey, why a beautiful lady like you here anyway?" the spear guy asked. Looking at his face and his behavior, I can tell he's a playboy. "I'm not really sure," I responded in calm manner. I imagined, "This situation must be hard for a pretty girl like you, but don't worry, if you ever in trouble just tell me and the Prince Motoyasu will help you out. I am really think to stab this simp right here and now. Honestly, to be looked down by someone who clearly have no idea of what he's saying is clearly annoying." "I will keep that in mind," I said, trying my best to keep calm. Thank God the other three doesn't even bother to speak with me. Soon enough, we were within the main throne room, the king looking down upon the newly summoned cardinal heroes. "So, these mons are the ancient cardinal heroes of legend. I am Altcray Melromark 32, king of the country of Melromark." As the king spoke, I studied the room and took notice of the other empty throne, as well as the picture of the royal family above it. So this kingdom has a queen. I wonder where is she? And those two girls, I think they are princesses, I thought. The king then noticed me. A new Katana hero. Legend said that the previous Katana hero once summoned in different land. That means the previous Katana hero is already dead. Since you are not the 4 cardinal heroes, you can make your own party or join one of the cardinal heroes. At this, the spear guy gave me few side glances. Noticing this, he got a glare from the other 3. Anyway, back to the main topic. Heroes, identify yourself. The black-haired person walked up first. Ren Amaki, 16 years old, high school student. He kept his voice in a calm manner, his face expressionless. I must admit that he's quite handsome beside his cold attitude. The spear guy followed. My name is Motoyasu Kitamura, 21 years old, college student. The smaller blonde followed. I'm Itsuki Kawasumi, 17 years old, high school student. He's at same age as me. His appearance is the perfect description of good boy. The black-haired man followed. I'm now Fumi Iwatani, 20 years old, college student. This guy is bright and positive, I like that. My name is Rimuru Arashi, 17 years old, high school student. The king then continued. Very well then. Motoyasu, Itsuki, Ren, now Fumi and Rimuru. I suppose I must explain why we have summoned you 5. Our country, Melromark, and the world around is falling down a path of darkness. The king went into further detail about the event known as the Waves of Calamity, the Dragon Hourglasses, and how each country had one, the fact that one wave had already hit Melromark, and the summoning of the 4 cardinal heroes. But instead, they summoned 5 heroes. This whole thing has sounded like video game's story I played back home, but yet, everything around me is real. For now I'll treat everything as real. Like that guy said, I must be ready perfectly. I think we get the gist of it now, Ren said. Anyway, you didn't think you could bring us here and save you for free, right? And who knows, we maybe ended become your enemy, Itsuki said. Gee guys, that's rude. Now Fumi said in concern. The king addressed the group again. I presume we have reached an agreement then? Moving on, heroes, please check your status. Wait, what? Me, now Fumi and Itsuki asked, surprised. Ren sighed at this. Really? It should have been one of the first things you noticed after getting here. See the icon in the bottom right of your vision? Focus your attention on it. I focused my attention to the icon. After a moment, a menu popped up. Rimuru Arashi age, 17 level, 1 weapon, Tempest Katana. Otherworld clothes and armor HP, 100 ATK, 42 MAG, 21. Def, 18 MDEF, 18 AGI, 45 magic type, water, fire, lightning, wind. Tempest Katana, LV1 200th, copied ability, 0, ATK plus 100, Mag plus 100, AGI plus 100. Equipment bonus. Immune Wind Elemental, Wind Cutter, level 25 required, Tornado Blade, level 30 required, Thousand Blades, level 40 required, Atomic Slash, level 55 required. Great, high attack, agility and overpowered katana, the core of swordman, samurai. I happily thought. And with these elemental skills I have, along with my experience as swordwoman back home, my attack will become more powerful. While the others were discussing their stats, Itsuki brought up how they could form a party and level up that way. That idea was quickly shot down, however, since they were quickly informed that the legendary weapons could not be near each other, lest they repel each other's growth except for me who not the 4 cardinal heroes. The king spoke up again. Heroes, perhaps you should rest tonight since the day is almost done. Tomorrow, we will provide you with the finest companions we can, then you may set out on your adventure. After leaving the throne room and eating a feast for dinner, we gathered in the shared living room. While I checked the help tab menu to gather all information about my katana, we began to speak among each other. This whole thing is look like a video game, I commented. It's because it is. This is exactly like my game, Emerald Online. Motoyasu responded. What do you mean? This is clearly Dimensional Wave, the console game that recently came out, Itsuki quickly retorted. I'm not a hardcore gamer myself, but I think this is some sort like my game, Odin Spirit. Naofumi responded. You're all wrong, this isn't a console or PC game, it's obviously the VR MMO called Brave Star Online. Ren spoke up. Wait, VR MMO? Motoyasu exclaimed in shock. That's impossible. I mean, VR exists, but that? I haven't heard those games before. I played a couple of RPG games, like The Witcher and World of Warcraft, I said. We all stared at each other's, surprised at each other's idea. Okay, let's get everything straight. Motoyasu said. Who was the face on the 1,000 yen bill? We all gave different answers. After few questioning, we came to the conclusion that we came from different world. That's weird. Motoyasu commented. Wait, I almost forgot. Rimuru-chan, please join my party. He started uncomfortably close to me and grasped my hands in his. I quickly tossed his hands away. No, thanks. I reject him in bitter tone. You'll only make her hate you, Itsuki sighed. Show some respect on her. You're making her uncomfortable. Naofumi added. Anyway, how did you come to this world? I'm on my way to my workplace before that thief bastard stole my backpack and stabbed me in the chest, I replied with frown. So you are dead too? Ren said in slight surprise. Same for me. I saved my friend's life by fighting off a dangerous criminal. I was hit by a truck. Itsuki added. I was stabbed by my girlfriends, Motoyasu said. No way. I was reading a book that I found in library when suddenly, I was surrounded by white light. Then, everything went dark and soon after, I found myself here. Other than that book, I don't exactly know what to think about this world. Naofumi said, surprised that the others except him has already experienced death. Lucky you. I responded. Yeah, and I think you may not know much about this stuff because you are the shield hero, Naofumi, Itsuki said. Why? Is something wrong with the shield? Naofumi tilted his head in confusion. Relax, it's not that anything wrong with the shield. It's just that. Motoyasu grabbed Naofumi's shoulder. The shield classes is for newbies. No pro players ever plays it. Naofumi stared at the shield, and then back to us. Really? Is that how it worked for you guys too? Ren and Itsuki quickly nodded, but I shook my head. Actually, I have different opinion for the shield class. What is that? Ren immediately asked. I play a game called Dota 2 back in my world. And I say the role shield, or in this case, tanker and support, is one of the most important role in the game. Tanker and support are the guardian of the team. They were the one who open the map, buff and protect the damager, and open war. Tanker and support has many useful skills to debuff enemies, buff allies, and even stun the enemies. So, I think Naofumi will have many skills that support us when we face the waves. The others just stared in shock, surprised at my thoughtfulness of what the shield is, while Naofumi smiled in appreciation. I guess you were right. But I doubt Naofumi have a very high attack stats, so he will need someone fighting for him at all times. Motoyasu said. It's fine. Then all I must do is find an ally to be my sword. Naofumi answered. Anyway Rimuru, are you going to make your own party or join one of ours? Well, I would say I will have my own party. Being a katana hero, I'm very good at fighting head-to-head combat while I learn 1 or 2 spells for ranged combat. Also I don't want to bothering you guys, I answered. If you say so then suit yourself. Ren commented. I actually prefer solo. Wow, he's quite anti-social, isn't he? Alright then. Itsuki said. Anyway, since it's already late, let's go to get some sleep. After that, we got up and left to our designated rooms. Now I already on my room. I wear a simple blue sleeveless shirt and white long pants. It's a relief that the kingdom gave each of us some spared clothes. When I checked further the information of my katana, I found something interesting. So, if I absorb materials into the katana, I'll unlock new abilities. Also, I can touch any sword or katana to copy their attributes and abilities. I thought. But unfortunately I don't have any materials to test this. Well, that's not a problem since tomorrow my journey will begin. And with that, I laid down to my bed and get some good sleep. For the next day, it would be the new journey for this new world's world savior. To be continued.